For some reason, I don't feel right. I start getting a little queasy, sweating a little, and I'm not understanding what's going on. And I'm looking at Alyssa, and she's not looking well either. The next thing you know, she jumps up and she bolts to the restroom, and I'm like, oh, something's not right. So I'm sitting there and I'm trying to gather myself because I know she's going to be coming back very soon. But she hadn't come out yet. I'm like, okay, so I go check on her. She's not doing good in the restroom. We're both experiencing symptoms. We don't know what's going on. She's looking far worse for wear than I am. I think it's time for us to go see a doctor. We need to go see something's going on. This isn't right. We're both feeling tremendously ill. Take her to the hospital. That's where most of the drama begins. You know, we get there and then...
Why don't you tell me? Go ahead.
So we get to the hospital.
By the way, when he said, I'm just assuming that you're vomiting and perhaps have intestinal and fortitude.
Absolutely,
okay,
yes,
go ahead.
and sharp pains in my stomach. I mean, I thought I was going to pass out. I've never experienced a pain like this before. And so he was such a gentleman. I mean, he is the most romantic man that I've ever been with. I mean, I didn't think they made them like him anymore, but they do. He's the last one.
Oh, gosh, get a room.
He is.
All right, yes. And then,
some of us
okay, go ahead.
And so he drove us to the hospital, even though he was in tremendous pain. I was in tremendous pain. It was only 2 miles away, so it was pretty close for us. We get there, they see us immediately, which was wonderful. And they take a few tests on us, and they find out, present this photo to her, that we have maggots in our stomach, maggots, live maggots in our stomach. And I mean, if you look at that photo, there's like hundreds of them from this cheese. They give us a medication to take and advise us that we need to take copious amounts of rest, at least a week. So, of course, we're not able to go on the vacation. I mean, and so he had to cancel the vacation. I mean, he was devastated, and I was devastated.
Okay,
I mean,
but I've had to cancel vacations in the past, and the money doesn't all go on fire. You usually can explain by giving a doctor's note. The airlines will give you a credit to your account, and then you can use it later. None of this was possible in your case?
Since I booked it last minute.
Yeah, and it was
but that doesn't make a difference.
non-refundable.
It depends who you booked it on.
He didn't pay a non-refundable fee for the flight. And,
I never pay the non-refundable fee. But what they might do is give you a credit. Nothing.
Yeah.
Did you try getting that? Or,
I tried.
And you got nothing?
I got nothing.
What's going on?
Hello, Your Honor. My name is Lorenzo Reed, professionally known as Lorenzo Vitale. I'm the owner of Vitale Pairings and Provisions. I do luxury cheese and wine pairings for high-end clients.
Do you make the cheese?
In this case, I did make the cheese.
All of the cheese or just one of the cheeses?
One of the cheese, the Kazu Marzu.
The what?
Kazu Marzu.
Kazu Marzu?
Yes. It's from Sardinia.
Okay.
So their story has some inaccuracies.
Well, let's talk about the larva.
Yeah.
The maggots.
Let's talk about it. So the defendant here came to me, said he wanted a nice, authentic Italian experience for his young lady. I said, I got you. We had a nice red wine from Longmire Cellars. We had some Canu de Sardinia, paired it with some Taleggio, some Manchego. He said, yeah, I've had all that before. Said he's looking for something more exotic.
He said that?
That's what he said.
And he said, I want something more exotic, and then you said what?
Not just more exotic, something off the menu.
What does off the menu mean?
So, high-end client, business consultant, fancy penthouse. I know what he's talking about.
What? Wait, what was he talking about? Cocaine?
No. Whoa.
Well, I know.
I'm a
You say
professional
I
here.
knew what he was talking about.
Professional
Like
here.
this with the snowing look. What was he talking about? Kasu Marzu?
I
Did he ask
suggested.
you for Kasu Marzu?
I suggested it. I said,
What about
have you heard of
Kasu
Kazu Marzu? And I told him exactly how it's prepared. Exactly to a T.
What'd you tell him?
Told her that the cheese takes a day to make. Then you have to drill a hole in the top of the cheese and put a cheese fly into the cheese for 15 days. The eggs hatch, the maggots start eating the cheese. The enzymes from the maggots make a creamy, spicy, pungent cheese, which you have to let ferment for 2 to 3 months.
So you had made this cheese eons ago because you had to go through this whole process.
Correct.
And so you tell him, psst, buddy, I got some Kasu Marzu. Because That's not legal in the U.S., is it?
Of course it's not. And I expressed that to
And
him.
not only that, it's not legal in the EU, in the European Union, which includes Italy.
Correct.
Ah, so Sardinians aren't even eating this stuff now. That I agree with your answer to that. But and there is, I've read a little bit about this in preparation for this case, and I'm just astounded. So why are you selling contraband, illegal cheeses
I
to
didn't
the
sell
man?
it, Your Honor. It was a gift. It was on the house, which I let him know.
Oh,
up
don't be
front.
ridiculous. This man paid you for your cheese spread. You're not friends. You didn't. Okay, you can't just decide that one of them wasn't paid for. You're not even supposed. First of all, you're not supposed to serve it. You're not supposed to make it. You're not supposed to give it. You're not supposed to sell it. You're not supposed to have it.
I believe there's a legal gray area where you
Where's
can
the gray
make
area?
it. You can make
Where's
it,
the
Your
gray
Honor.
area?
You just can't sell it.
My friend, you had just met that guy that night. You think that when you put that as one of the cheeses that you sold to him, I'm going to believe that you expressly didn't sell him that cheese?
I didn't sell it, Your Honor. It was on the house.
Did he ever tell you this
I thought
cheese
he
is
was
on the
a-
house? It has maggots in it?
He said that he would have something special for me.
No, that wasn't my question. Did he ever tell you that this particular cheese is on the house? There are maggots in it. When we make it, we put a cheese fly in it, and then the maggots hatch, and then they eat, and then they get everything he just told me. Did he tell you that?
Yes, he did, but he didn't describe it in the way that he just described it to you.
Oh God. You know, honestly, I'm going to describe this particular case as a funny case. Yes, funny case, because this case is very, very funny. Whoa. Like, this couple, they knew how this particular cheese was made. And you still went ahead. Oh God, oh God, oh God. Somebody shoot me on the head. Somebody shoot me. Because this is just like this is just like knowing that a particular food was made from your poo-poo. And out of curiosity, you still want to test that particular food. Oh God.
I didn't know that these maggots would.
Oh, he ain't so fine now, is he?
I did know some of that information. I was curious, you know.
Wait,
Honor.
just stop. Both of you knew how the cheese was made and that it was like under the table cheese and that.
Your Honor, I
Wait,
wanted to
no,
provide.
I want to hear from Princess over here. You
the
tell me.
maggots are supposed to be dead inside the cheese. That was the issue. But I did know, you know, about the possible danger.
Are the maggots supposed to be dead?
Yes.
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 That's interesting because a
I
lot of
wrap
sites
it-
I've read said, nah, they eat them live and
I protect my clients. I wrapped the cheese for 48 hours and chilled it for 48 hours.
that
and
should have,
expected-
you could not have done that because if you did do that, they'd be mighty dead. And they can I see the report from do you have the report from the hospital?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you.
I recommend copious rest for at least 1 week. Can't you rest in Italy?
We didn't want to be, you know, keeled over the toilet.
So you just threw the whole thing in the toilet? Like
We never made our flight.
I mean, what efforts did you make to save the trip? You know, it sounds like you just said, forget it. We don't want to go now.
No.
And then you want him to pay for the whole thing. And why shouldn't I make you pay for the whole thing? Because you sold them a cheese that is illegal. Did he
I didn't
tell
know it
you?
was illegal.
Did he?
I didn't know that.
You did or you didn't?
I did not know it was
Right.
illegal.
Did you know it was illegal?
No, I did not know it was
Okay,
illegal.
but everybody knew there were maggots.
Yes.
We do now?
Yeah, you were fine eating the maggots. Just dead maggots are okay, just not live maggots.
Absolutely.
Mr. Vitale, why shouldn't I make you pay for the entire trip that got ruined because you sold an illegal cheese?
Did everything by the book. We're preparing the cheese. I also have pictures with the defendants. or
You know, the doctor
plaintiffs.
says there was a presence of live larvae in their stomach.
They could have observed the cheese and saw that the cheese,
Live
the
maggots.
live maggots were dead. Not live. The dead maggots were there. I have a picture of the cheese, if we could show.
It's got to be so gross. Yeah, let's see a picture of the cheese. How's that going to help me decide just how much I'm going to punish you?
And you can clearly see.
Wait, you can actually see the maggots falling
Exactly,
out?
Your Honor. You can see whether they're alive or dead, and clearly, if they were to eat it, I don't think they would have ate them live.
Honestly, honestly, at this point, I don't think Mr. Vitali did anything wrong. Honestly, I don't think he did anything wrong. Because from the pictures he presented, clearly, you can see that there are maggots in this food you're about to eat. But no, you still went ahead to eat the maggot. You still went ahead to eat it. And if I'm to be the judge of this case, Mr. Fidali doesn't deserve to be punished. Yes, he doesn't deserve to be punished at all. Because everything is there. You're clearly seeing that you're about to eat a maggot-infested maggot-infested food, and you still went ahead to eat it, for crying out loud. Oh, God.
Wait, I don't know what you're saying. That the doctor's a liar? The doctor says there were live maggots in their intestines.
What did they eat before? What did they
Something
eat
else
after?
with live maggots. Did you have another dish with live maggots?
No, I did not.
Okay, so it's probably the kasu marzu, huh?
Coming up.
Okay, so just to be clear, the part that's like making me all itchy right now did not make you guys itchy. You guys knew that there were maggots in the cheese. Did either of you know that it was illegal? You didn't look it up or anything? You weren't interested in finding out what he was talking about?
I trusted the defendant. He gave me a very accurate description. It sounded interesting.
So this is a picture at your penthouse?
Yes.
And so you could see the maggots, some of the dead maggots there?
Yes.
Oh, how long were you sick?
I was sick not as long as she was. I was sick for 3 days. She was sick for, close to a week?
Yeah, close to a week.
Had you ever heard of Kasu Marzu before he mentioned that he would bring that cheese?
No, I had not. I had not.
You'd never heard of
I
it.
had
And
never
then he's
heard of it.
telling you that there's maggots in them, but the maggots are dead, and you don't go online to see anything about what you're going to ingest and put in that in Princess's mouth.
No, I didn't. I was more focused on the trip the next day.
Were you? Because maybe you should have been more focused on this. Because then you would have known that it was illegal and everything else. I mean, it's kind of, I'm just stunned. I thought you just ate a cheese and had no idea that there were maggots in it. Let me see your evidence on all the money you lost.
This right here, for all the expensive trips. This was the invoice that I got from Mr. Vitali for his services. I take care of that. That's also included.
What's up?
And then there's also, we also have
Do you have anything in writing from either the airlines or the hotel or any of these excursions you had that say, no, I'm very sorry to inform you it's non-refundable and you can't get your money back? Do you have anything like that?
No, there was phone conversations.
How much did you pay him for the wine and cheese thing?
For the in total was $2,500, I believe. Mm-hmm. Yes, $2,500.
See, normally you go to a restaurant, you get sick, and what you can sue for are the things that are reasonably foreseeable consequences of getting sick. For example, if you miss a few days of work, your pain and suffering. You're suing for something that's bigger than that. You're suing for an entire trip to Italy. By the way, did he know you were going to Italy and
Yes, he
that's
did.
what this is about?
Yes.
You're suing for that. And him knowing that changes this a little bit. Number one, he knows that you're supposed to be going to Italy. And number two, it's illegal. And he knows you shouldn't be part of a $2,500 package. So with taking all those things into account, I am going to order the defendant to pay you $5,000 in damages. I have no proof in front of me right now that you can't take advantage of some of these things. So a lot of judges might say, hey, I'm ordering the return of the $2,500. Most of these situations, because I've been in these situations, will work with you. So try harder, I guess, is what I'm saying.
Aside the fact that this is an illegal thing in Europe, I 100% think that Mr. Vitali is not to be blamed here. 100%. I don't think Mr. Vitali deserves to pay such amount of money to the plaintiff, because in this case, he did not hid anything from them. He actually told them how this particular cheese is being made. He actually told them, and he even presented the cheese to them, and it was so evident that these cheese were made with maggot. And you can clearly see that the maggot are there. But no, the plaintiff, the couple, still went ahead to eat this particular cheese. Wow. I honestly did not think the defendant, Mr. Vitali, ought to be punished the way he was punished. I think the judge would have just cut him some slack. However, just like I said before, he was punished this way because of this particular cheese is illegal in Europe. Aside the fact that this particular cheese is illegal in Europe, I don't think he did anything wrong. And of course, this is my own opinion. But let me know what you think and what you would have done if you were to be the one who ate this maggot. Of course, I wouldn't have eaten it. Never. I wouldn't have eaten it. But let me know what you think about this particular case in the comment section below.